Hey, what's going on, guys? It's John back with another video, and today we're going to be doing another Maverick City music tutorial. This one is going to be the song To You. This song is in the key of D, so again, make sure that you know your D major scale. Make sure you know all the D chords, or all your chords in the key of D. Okay, and we're going to go on ahead and get right into it. So let me actually change. Since we're in the key of D, I want to make sure that you guys are seeing sharps instead of flats. Okay, so before I get into this song, I did want to preface that this song is really, really super simple. I mean, if all you guys wanted to come forward with just the chords, I could easily just, write out the number charts for you and just send them to you. The point of me doing these videos is to show you guys the different chord voicings, extra things that maybe not be in the video that you can add to your playing. A lot of these Maverick City songs are very, very simple. There are a few that are outliers, but in a lot of these worship songs, they're so simple. And the thing that I like to show you is the different chord voicings, how to play to make it sound like what they're playing. So in this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to do as much stopping as I normally do because this song, they literally stay on two chords for about, I want to say 70% of the song. There's a couple of times where they do some walk-up progressions, but for the most part, they're just staying on two chords. And my goal in this video is to show you guys things that you can do, things that you can add, different voicings that you can play to make your playing better. Okay, so let's go on ahead and get started. And I'll start playing along with it. Remember, we're in the key of D. Okay, so there's a 3 to the 4, and those are the two chords. So we're doing a 3 to the 4. And as you can see, I'm doing an inverted 1 chord to a 4 chord. Okay, so I'll stop it here so that I can explain some of the different things that you can do with just going between the 3 and the 4. So what I'm doing for my 3 chord is that I am doing a 1 chord. Remember from our last video that we did yesterday, this is going to be in second inversion, or a little quick review on inversion. So this will be root position D, second inversion, first inversion, and then second inversion right here. Okay, so I've got a second inversion 1 chord with a 3 in the bass. And then I'm playing a 4 chord. Now this just happens to be a root position 4 chord. In my left hand, the only thing that I'm doing is I'm adding the 5th, okay? And just like in the video I did yesterday, one thing that you can always do to fill these chords up a little bit is play that note right there in the middle to add that 9th. See, it sounds so much warmer after that. Okay? And I can do the same thing with this inverted 1 chord. So since my 1 chord is inverted, my 9th ends up being right here. Okay, so you can do that as well to fill that up. Okay, and what I'm doing over here with my pinky is that I'm just doubling up on the G, okay? And same thing when I go here. I'm doubling up on the A, which is down here. So nothing crazy going on over there. Another chord that you can do, you can do this as well, okay? This one sounds a little bit warmer. This is my 3 chord, okay? But what I'm doing here now is I'm playing a first inversion 1 chord with a 3 in the bass. And to give it that warmth, I'm playing that 9th down here. It makes it sound really warm. So now you can get the different sounds for your different 3 chords. So here's version 1 that I played. And here's the second version. See the difference? It creates a different tone, a different sound, a different mood. So you can alternate between those if they're on the 3. See that? And same thing here. So it's the same chord. My fingering is a little bit different because of where I was coming from. But this is essentially the same chord that I played in the beginning, just different fingering. Okay? Sometimes just getting used to those different shapes and being able to play the same chord but with different fingerings will help you out at big time. Because if I'm all the way over here on this chord, it'd be too much of a move for me to do that. So I would rather just move my hands like that. Quick little tip. Another thing that I'm doing on this part, because it's just so monotonous with just playing the 3 and the 4, what I'm going to be implementing, and you're going to see when I play in a moment, I'm going to be playing broken chords. So if I'm playing my 1 chord, I may play it broken up here. Okay, just like how I showed you in the video yesterday, I'm not thinking about the notes that I'm playing. I'm thinking about the shape of the chord that I'm playing. So this is the shape, right? Okay, this happens to be a D with an added 11th. Okay, or you can call it a 4th, whichever is easier for you. This is my shape. And when I play it broken, that just means I'm playing the notes in harmonic fashion. And I'm sorry, in melodic fashion and not in harmonic. Harmonic meaning together, melodic meaning separately. Okay? And in this particular case, I'm doing them linearly. So just straight down. Okay? Or you can do them out of order, which is another thing that I like to do. Okay? There's some practice that comes to it, but just remember, you're thinking about the shape, okay? We're not thinking about what the actual notes are. Another thing that I may do is actually just play around with the D scale within the song. Okay? Just knowing the scale will take you a long way. I'm going to play some things here because they're going to be on this for a while. So I just want you guys to pay attention to the virtual keys up there. Pay attention to my hands down here. Pay attention to the chords that are going to be up over in this section, and just kind of watch me as I play, look at some of the different things that I'm doing, and then we'll take it from there. Following the melody. See how you're doing there? You're just following the scale. Watch my fingering. The inversions that you choose and the fingering that you choose helps you to be able to do melody lines on the top. Okay, here's the chord change. 3. Actually, let's rewind that real quick. So they go to the 1, then they go to the 2, to the 3, then to the 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I actually just want to stop there and show you some of the chords I was doing there. So on that 1 chord, Also in the video that I did yesterday, I was explaining about how when you're playing a root position chord, sometimes it just sounds so much better when you play it in a lower octave. It just gives it that warmer feeling sound, okay? So my 1 chord, I'm actually playing it down here. Okay? What I'm doing on my 2 chord, okay, if you look at just my left hand, all I'm doing is just a double fisted E and then the B down here, which is a perfect 5th, okay? In my right hand, what I'm doing is just a 4 chord. It's a sus2 4 chord, okay? So remember, your sus chord is going to be when you take the middle note and you alter it somehow. So sus2, sus4. In this case, we're going to take this 3rd and make it a 2. That's how you get sus2, okay? And then in my right hand, I'm just playing my 2 chord. Okay, so 4 sus2, 4 chord over my 2, okay? 1, 2. My 3 chord, I decided to use this voicing here. Okay, this voicing that I showed you in the beginning of the video. You can also use this one, right? And then I just go to my regular 4 chord with that added 9th. And I'm just using my chord to kind of help me push the melody along. Okay? Okay? All of those melody lines are not only within the chord, but they're just right there in the first part of the D scale. Da, 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 da. Okay? So if you break it down into small little bite-sized chunks like that, it's going to be so much easier for you to get along and play it. All the way back. And they're back to the 3 and 4. Like I said, this song is super, super simple. Let's hear what that guy's doing. That's what it sounds like he was doing. Okay, so the shape that I'm getting from this is this this A6 chord. Okay, and the reason why we call it an A6 is because we have a regular A triad, and if you go through the A scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're adding that 6th in there. Okay, so this is the shape that he's playing, but he's of course doing the chord progression, which is 3 to 4. Okay, and what he's doing is this line here. Da, 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 da. Okay, let's take a look at that again. All the way, all the way, all the way back. You can even see him doing it there on the keyboard. Look how simple my right hand is. I'm just staying there and just moving my bass note up. It'll take you such a long way. You get 6, 4, 3, 2. Okay. So 6, 4, 3, 2. Okay, so let's go through that chord progression. And I think this one's going to be the last chord progression that I go through in this song. Like I said, the chords are really, really simple. My main focus in this video was really to show you guys how to dig in and find those voicings, what things you can do within this song. With the chords being so simple, there's not much for me to teach you as far as what the chords are. It would just be a playthrough at that point of me just playing through the song. But I wanted to stop, show you guys some of the stuff that I'm doing here, and of course my voicing. So we're going to do that chord progression. It was a 6, 4, 3, 2. Okay, so a lot of these voicings are going to be the same deal. So what I'm actually doing in this 6th chord, I know it looks kind of big, it's a B minor 11, but let's break it down into chords that we know. So as far as my left hand is concerned, I'm just doing a perfect 5th in my left hand. Okay, so it's just going to be a B to an F sharp. My right hand, some of you may look at that and be like, what in the world are you playing? Okay, well, let's break it down. What I'm doing is essentially I'm playing a B minor in root position, okay? And the only notes that I'm adding is going to be this note down here, which is the 7th, and this note right here, which is the 4th, but since we're talking about chords, we call it an 11th. Don't worry about it too much, it's a theory thing. So if you think about it like that, you're just adding the 2 notes on this side right here, and I'm just playing a regular B minor in the middle, right? Now here's how I'm actually playing it so that way you guys can see how easy it is to play. I'm just using my thumb to thumb over those 2 notes. So I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And then I'm taking my middle finger and I'm putting that one right there on the E, okay? And if your pinky was feeling kind of left out, you can double up on the A, okay? And you can even play this. Now it looks like a big chord at first glance, but when you look at the base of what the chord is, you'll just know that your fingers will just naturally want to play the notes right in there, okay? So this is my 6th chord, okay? My 4 chord is going to be essentially the same as it was before, okay? Well, kind of. So I'm playing a G minor, a G major 9. I know it says major 7, 9, but essentially what I'm doing is that I'm playing a G major 7, which is going to consist of, if you break it down this way, just a B minor with a G in the bass. So you can think 6 chord over a 4. And then to get that 9th in there, what I'm doing is that I'm playing this A. I'm thumbing this A down here. Okay? So that's how you get that chord. So we have our 1st chord here. To our 4 chord. Then our 3 chord is the same. Okay? It's a 2nd inversion 1 chord over 3. And then the 2 chord is the same one that we did before as well. Okay? It's going to be a 4 chord over a 2 in the bass. Okay? One little trick that I like to do when I go to the 2 is I like to do this run here. Okay? And I'll show you guys that run there. So I'm going to go from, I just play the chord progression and play it once so you know how it sounds, and then I'll break down that little run there. Okay? Or sometimes I'll do. Okay, so we'll run through both versions, okay, as a little bonus for this video. So here's the thing. Here's my start note, and then my target note where I want to end is here, okay? So what I've done is just found a way to chromatically go from this note to this note, okay? And the way that I'm doing that is between these 2 notes here in the middle. Here's how I'm doing it. Watch my fingering. Okay? What I'm doing is that I'm taking my middle finger, and when I play this G sharp, I'm actually just allowing it to kind of like slide down to the G, and then my index finger is the one that plays that F sharp. So if you want to practice this, just watch my fingers really, really closely. Okay? Okay? That's the first part of the lick. Or if that's the only part that you want to do, then that's fine. Here's the bonus. I'm sorry. So after I land right here on my index finger, I just do that little run there, okay? And if we're in the key of D, that's going to be a 3, 4, 5, 1. 3, 4, 5, 1, okay? I'm going to play it again. Version 1. Again, and then I'll do version 2 this time. To the 3. Okay. So those are some of the things that I would do as I'm playing this song. If you move along in this song, some of the chord progressions are just continue. Like I said, they're doing the 3/4. That chord progression that we just went through, where they did the 6/4/3/2. That's a chord progression that gets repeated. And there was that other progression that they did where they were on the 1 to the 2, then the 3, and then the 4. Okay? I think there's another portion in the song where there's a different chord progression, but I will leave that to you guys to figure out, because ultimately my whole goal is to get you guys to train your ears so that you hear these certain things. And I want to dig deep into actually what I'm playing. Like I said, you can probably look these chords up. You can probably, if you sit there long enough and listen to it, you can figure the chords out. But where people have a problem is their chords don't sound the same as what's being played in these tracks. So my job is to really dig deep into these chords and show you guys all the different voicings you can do, all the other little improv things here and there that you can do to help you sound as good as these guys. So if this video was helpful to you, go on ahead and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if there's another song that you would like me to do. If you had any questions on any of the things that I've done in this video, you can request a video either through email, or if you comment, I normally comment back to those really quickly as well. And you guys know I'm quick about responding to those requests, because I want to put out content for you guys. Like the video, share it if you thought it was helpful. And until the next one, you guys have a good one.